want you to save your energy for the things that really matter. And there's so many little decisions that we have to make all day long, and I really think it just drains us of our capacity to make decisions. And by the end of the day, we're just left with no willpower, like whatever, because moms make a lot of decisions. So in this video, I'm gonna give you some easy steps to follow so that you can quickly declutter your closet in such a way that you can easily see what you need to wear in the morning. Go ahead and make some pre-decisions. That's the word I love to use, pre-decisions, to help you from making that daily decision that slowly just erodes your energy and honestly doesn't make you feel too good because you're looking at clothes that don't fit you well and that you don't like. I'm gonna help you just be able to dress yourself in literally 30 seconds, figure out quickly what you need to wear. I'm gonna walk you through and give you some quick, easy steps for a decision-free closet, mom edition. And before we get started, my name is Lana, this is Girl Teach Me, and this whole channel exists for you. This whole channel is just to help you take the next right step as a woman, to be a better woman. And so if that sounds good to you, I hope you'll hit subscribe because I would love to have you here. And before we get started, let's talk about one mindset issue that I think is really common, and that is this victim mentality that we are a victim to our clutter. You are not a victim to your clutter. You can totally do something about it. If your closet is stressing you out, if you feel like you don't have anything to wear, you can do something about it. I'm not saying it's gonna be completely easy, but it will be worth it. Little by little, you can become the woman that can easily get into her closet and find something that she feels fabulous wearing. It is possible for you, I promise you. Okay, so the first step is to create a very clear working space on your bed. Make your bed, make it look pretty, clear it off nice and pretty. Okay, and the next step is you're gonna get everything out of your closet. Okay, the things I want out of your closet are your everyday wear. So your Monday through Friday, or the things that you would wear, you know, going out on the town Saturday or going to church on Sunday. I want you to exclude your workout clothes, your PJs, your cocktail dresses, the things you wear to weddings, your paint clothes, things like that. Because, and I know you're probably saying, Lana, I wear my workout clothes every day. But if you'll just try this with me and put on normal clothes, you will feel like a different person, I promise. There are still days I wear my workout clothes. There are still days I find myself in like PJ clothes late into the day. But those are not my best days, I promise you. So if you are in a slump and feeling kind of depressed at home, step one might be just putting on some good clothes. And this video is really gonna help you out with that. Okay, so you've got all of your clothes on the bed in a pile. Keep that clear, nice working space. Take them all off the hanger, stack the hangers up nice, okay? And this is what you're going to do. Use this filter. Do I like it? Does it look good on me? Do I like it and does it look good on me? It has to pretty much meet those two categories. That's it. And for the ones that are going on the floor, you're not throwing them in the trash. You're not donating them at this moment. You're not worried about if this goes to your sister and this goes to your mom. You're literally just putting it on the floor. If it's out of season and you don't want to deal whether you like it or not, I would suggest put it on the floor. Let's limit decisions right now. Take all of our energy in one direction, and that is, do I like this piece of clothing and does it fit me really good? Okay, and you're gonna fold those up into beautiful little piles all over your bed. And, you know, group the things together. Short sleeves together, long sleeves together, sweatshirts together, jeans together, overalls together. Group it all together, okay? Nice and neat and pretty. That's gonna be very visually satisfying. I hope you enjoy that, because I do. And then don't worry about the stuff on the floor. We will get to that, okay? So once that's all done and you've looked at it and you're like, I love all of these things, they fit really good on me. Hopefully it doesn't take up the whole bed. Because if it does, this is what we need to look at. How many sweatshirts do I have? How many short sleeve tops do I have? How many long sleeve tops do I have? Another thing I like to do is eliminate really noisy patterns. Like if it's just gonna go with one pair of pants or one thing, unless you just love it. You know, I try to go with some just basic, as you can see in my closet right here, I've got a little bit of stripe here. I've got a little bit of pattern with this flower, but a lot of it is pretty neutral and is pretty unpatterned, and it makes things mix and match really, really well. And I really feel like that takes the decision making out of it if I'm not having to match pattern. If you love pattern, go for it. But I would just say, make sure you also have some pieces in your wardrobe that are just really neutral and can go with that pattern. If you do have a ton of short sleeve shirts or a ton of sweatshirts, look at the ones that look ratty. Do any of them look tattered? Do they have stains? If they do, I suggest you throw them away. Or if you think they're just that nice. But honestly, when I've gone to sell things, they're like, these clothes are worn out. And I'm like, heck yes, they are, because I don't buy a whole lot of stuff and I wear these things a lot and I take really good care of them with my laundry. But that sweatshirt's 5 years old and no surprise that you don't want it. But don't keep the $100 sweatshirt that you've worn one time in a year. Like, let it go. Let it go. If it nags you every single time that you see it in your closet, that you overspent on it, every single time, that's going to steal a little bit of energy from you. And when you go to your closet, you don't want to be riddled with guilt, okay? So don't be a victim to that one purchase you made one time. Everybody's made bad shopping decisions, okay? And just put it in the pile on the floor, okay? And so we've got rid of ratty things, torn things. A good example for me was I had a really beautiful pair of Carly Jean LA pants that I've had for like 5 years. They looked great on me. I loved them. I could literally do yoga in them. They felt so good. But they had a hole in the crotch. And I'm not a good seamstress. I don't really have the time for that. And I kind of just knew that it was time. There was no need to put the pants on hospice. I needed to let them go. Do I have a pair of pants just like that right now? No. It went on my shopping list, and that is the next thing I'm going to talk about is we need to create a shopping list, because as we purge, we are going to also need to fill in a couple of things, but a couple of strategic things. Because if you have a great pair of overalls, but you don't have a top that you love wearing with it, well, let's go get like one simple top or two simple tops that we love to go with those overalls. And now we can wear those overalls all the time. You know, that doesn't mean you have to run out and get it tomorrow. It just means that that's the next investment that you probably need to make, instead of falling prey to the sales racks or marketing. You can go with a really sharp eye. What's going to make you wear those pieces that you love, 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 but you don't wear a lot? If it's a missing piece, let's fill that in. Okay, so take all the things you love and take a picture of it. It's very gratifying, over the top, and see if there's any color patterns you see. You know, it's just nice to have that picture. You can always look back at that when you go shopping, but also it kind of helps you to see it with different eyes. Like, wow, it seems like I buy a lot of this color. Like when we look in my closet, I obviously have a lot of pinks and a lot of tans, blacks, and that just is kind of what I'm drawn to and I like. So taking that picture is kind of nice and gratifying. But then you're going to put all of that stuff back on hangers. I really suggest these velvet hangers. I like to get all of the same ones. It was a little bit of an investment, but they don't slip and it's nice to look at. And having a visually appealing closet is kind of nice too. So get some good hangers, add that to your shopping list, put it all back in the closet. And now we're going to deal with the pile that's on the floor. Okay, this can feel a little draining, but it doesn't have to be. We can have different boxes and bags, but we're obviously gonna grab a trash sack, and anything that is just tattered, stained, you hate, that nobody would buy from a thrift store, go ahead and throw it away. Just go ahead and throw it away. I know you think that let's just give it a new home. No, just go ahead and get rid of it. It's gonna make you feel so much better. And then the things that you feel like have still good use and life in them, let's put them in a donate. If you feel like there's items that are just amazing but they don't fit you, you could give them to a friend or your sister, or you could try to sell them. But honestly, I never get any money when I try to sell stuff. I feel like I always come too late in the season and they're already flooded with clothes, but you could definitely try. And so that's going to be another category. And then you're going to have your off-season clothes that you didn't really go through that. And I like to keep that in a big bucket with a top somewhere else that's labeled. I love my labeler. This really helps me. But yeah, get all of that out of your closet and you're going to feel so much better. And the last thing I would say is if there's some things you're just not sure about, like maybe you have 6 more months to kind of get your body to go back down a little bit from having a baby, or you just found out you're pregnant, and there's some things you're just not going to be able to wear, put those in a later bin. Just put them in a later bin and get them out of your closet. You don't have to get rid of them forever, but just set them aside for a little while, and it'll be really nice when you go back and revisit them when your body is a little different or after you have the baby, just to come back to it and be like, oh, I totally forgot about this sweatshirt or these pants that I love. And honestly, it feels like a gift I can give myself later. Or I go back and look at that bin and I'm like, I don't like this stuff anymore either, and You know, I have fresh eyes and fresh energy, and it's just easy for me to get rid of it then. And let's talk about emotional things. Like, are there any items that you were given to you and they feel sentimental? You know, if you just feel like you can't get rid of them today because you don't love them, put them in that bin. There was this sweatshirt that we got in California, and Matt absolutely loved it, and he's going to be so sad when he finds out in this video that I got rid of it. But I'm telling you, I just wasn't wearing it anymore, and I didn't like it anymore, and I had literally had it for 9 years. And it was just like a souvenir from our time in California, but that doesn't mean that I need to hold on to it forever. So down in the comments below, I would love to hear your top tips. If I have missed any that you feel like are really helpful for decluttering your closet and your wardrobe, even your kids' clothes, I'd love to hear that too. You can apply the same method to your kids' clothes. I did the same method for my girls' clothes and my boys' clothes, and wow, it just got so much more manageable. There weren't clothes all over the floor near as much, and they were able to make outfits they loved a lot quicker too. So it was fun seeing how they didn't have as much decision fatigue either. So I've got a blog post down below with a little bit more details, a little bit more pictures and breakdowns and things like that. In case that's helpful to you, you can do this. Go tackle your closet. And if you just feel like you're just stuck, you're like, it's impossible, I feel like a victim to the clutter, I feel like my house is overtaking me, my closet's ugly, I have nothing to wear, I want you to go watch this video I did called You Can Still Change, because there's something there that's tripping you up, and this video I think is really going to help you unlock that. So I hope you'll go check out that video, and I'll see you again next time.
From generation to generation, passed down through every age, there's a story of a savior whose love will never change.